installed the brakes, we forgot to do something.
Oh, you mean the little plate?
Yeah, we just forgot to set the what's it called? No, it was the tube was like hanging.
Oh,
you remember that? We forgot to secure the tube to the wheel well.
Oh yeah, and I think it got. Was that on the? Was this on this? It was on this car.
It was on this car, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we fixed it. It's just we drove around without the tube being secured the first time. Might be something like that where it's just like, or maybe not nothing because it's gone now. Low RPM drift. I hear it again. It might actually be the suspension, not the brakes. I don't know.
Sure, actually.
It sounds like it's only on the left side though.
Yeah, I always hear it on the left only.
Interesting. So 4 is over here. That's the thing with it's in a Cabrio, shifting directly down from third puts you in second.
Oh.
Whereas in this
you
car,
can keep it in third. It's a low RPM. This like
it
should
is.
be higher.
I was in third, and then when I went to go to fourth, it went to second because I forgot it wasn't the same as the
You're in
average.
6th now, I think.
Sixth.
Yeah.
2 is here.
Yeah,
4
that's
is there.
That should be for you.
Okay. Yep, that's fourth, all right. I like that. The bottom sound. It's very nice. It's a good resonance.
Yeah.
Then that's 5th. And then that's 6th. Back to 5th. To 4th. Let's take this U-turn here. 3rd. 2nd. And then clutch in. 1st. Alright. Now I'm going to be extremely careful, but I'll be a little more sporty on the way back.
Okay.
I'm not going to go super fast. I'm just going to make the sounds better.
Okay, so. Sorry. You're good. Now these tires are great.
They're really good, yeah.
It always just feels different when you're a passenger.
Yeah, 100%. I basically did the same thing you did.
Yeah, you did.
It just felt different.
Yeah. No, you got it.
I was pretty much going the same speed and everything. I went into 6th just in case I missed 4th and went into 2nd. I didn't want to accidentally.
okay.
I didn't want to damage your synchros.
No, that's cool.
for a little drive in my truck as well.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Haven't been in it in a while.
Yeah. They moved over when they saw us me driving. They're like, oh God, Alex is driving. It's kind of fun how you can hear all the little pebbles in the car.
Oh, you mean like everything sticking and
Yeah.
getting kicked
To the
out?
tires, yeah. Do
Um,
you want me to park it in my driveway? We can do that.
That's fine.
This is fine? Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, like this early.
Thank you for the drive. That was super fun.
No worries.
And then I'll pause it and then we can... There we go.
Got your mouth. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Funny thing is...
Yeah, this one's not manual though. It's not the same.
It's not as cool.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
It's cool because it was my grandpa's. That's
I
why.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So actually when I go visit him at the cemetery, I let him drive it.
Oh, wow.
I park it and I let him drive it for a little bit.
That is so sweet.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
I actually forgot I have a mount
Like
on
that.
my windshield.
But it's for your camera.
no,
right?
for
It's for the GoPro?
GoPro.
That's okay.
One day.
Yeah.
I want to experiment with my action cam too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go the other direction on the same road because I want to take you to one of the drift spots that I go to. It's the easiest drift spot.
Especially with extra weight now.
Yeah, I'll be careful because I don't want to throw anything out. But it's the way that the turn is. It actually throws you into a drift already. So it's like that's why it's my drift spot. All I have to do is lean into it and then accelerate. What were you saying? Sorry.
It's so nice out.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
The air is cool now.
And the radio's playing the old-timey music.
Oh yeah. I love a 90s truck again. Like one day.
Yeah.
Like a
Well, it's like an 80s design, but it's
90s like.
it's built with the 90s engineering, but the 80s design. This is the first drift spot. You ready?
Hell yeah. That's
See,
cool.
it's super chill because it's such a tight corner and it's low speed.
Yeah.
But because the truck has a truck bed, it'll actually slide a little bit.
That's awesome.
And you notice there's not a lot of counter steering involved on that because it's such a tight corner. The counter steering is when it gets dangerous. Up until the point where you have to counter steer, it's pretty much normal driving.
Nice straight.
I guess technically there is a little bit of counter steering to go straight again, but it's not like a long curve where you're like actively, I would call it, I guess, double counter steering, where you're already counter steering in the middle of the curve. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if your tires turn towards the inside when you're turning, then in order to go straight again, you have to turn them the other way.
Get a little drift there.
Yep. Low speed, no smoke. Low power. That's what's fun, is that it's just a naturally aspirated
Yeah,
four-cylinder.
The Hachi, my friend Kyle had, the 16 valve, you can beat the heck out of it, and it doesn't
16,
go
that's cool.
doesn't go that fast.
DOHC, dual overhead cam. It has 16 valves.
Ooh, RX-7.
Oh, it's an RX-7?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said it was a Hachi.
No, right there. No, that one was
that
an
was a RX-7.
FD.
Yeah, I see it, and I also saw a GTR there once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, parked in one of the houses. But yeah, I just saw that.
Oh, but yeah, my friend's Hachi, yeah. And he told me just like when I make that turn, just gun it, and then I just get a drift,
Oh yeah. That's just what it is.
So fun.
It's basically if you accelerate into the normal turn.
And then the crazy thing is, a few days later, someone crashed into it.
Oh no.
And totaled it.
At least it wasn't you.
And he was drunk. He gave me the keys. He was like, "Drive it." I'm glad I had the chance to drive it
Before it got crashed.
before it
Yeah.
crashed. Cause that's everything.
So this is just kind of like a staging part of the road. There's nothing really happening. School zone and then residential. And then there's like a warm-up zone where it's longer curves and you can go a little faster, but it's not for like, you know, high power drifting. It's just to recalibrate. And then there's another like nothing zone, and then there's the turn. And like I said, it's a 3-point turn. The first corner is the most drifted, and then the next two it's just a serpentine. And then to get back home, there's an off ramp too, a downwards off ramp. So that's why it's so fun. And once again, it's all set up so that you don't really have to speed in order with this vehicle because of the truck bed and because it's low to the ground and rear wheel drive. You don't really have to speed to drift, which is really the only part of the drift that can be illegal. As long as you maintain control of the vehicle and you're not speeding by a lot, then there's nothing illegal about drifting.
Under the speed limit drift.
Yeah, that's my favorite type. Yeah, I think the speed limit should apply to drifting, and it's a suggestion. It should be a suggestion anyway, but it makes more sense as drifting speed, to be honest.
Was fronting a small band in the fall of 1935 that he took into 56.
Yeah, I don't really go over the speed limit that much, so when I say I think it should be a suggestion, it's not just because I want to speed. It's like, don't you think that if I'm driving safely either way, it doesn't matter what speed I'm going? So this is the long corner, just getting ready. You know, you can go faster on this part, but that bump right there, this bump right here will get you if you're going too fast. I know how to skip over it a little bit, but if anyone hits that too hard, it'll bottom your suspension out. It seems like the coolant hose is holding though. I'll check it when we get back.
Did it leak or anything?
Yeah, it was kinked. It's not the same size as the OEM, so I had to actually cut a little bit off of it in order for it to stop kinking. But I got it at the right. It feels really smooth, so I got it at the right length.
That's good.
Don't use the full band all the time.
It was like Dayco or something. The last one had the Nissan print on it, but I guess they stopped making them.
This is like an advanced auto.
Well, it was ordered from my dad ordered it from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to get like Mishimoto, tubes, but they're like 10 times as expensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, hosable.
as long as this one holds up for a while, it's
The
all
original
good.
one held up.
They performed together in a concert.
Yeah, and then the second one was the bad one. And it's not the hose's fault. They left the power steering leaking.
At that time,
Or maybe it is the hose's
they
fault,
were
I
a
don't know.
huge hit with the audience. Downbeat magazine commented.
Yeah, there's not a
in
lot
its
in the
review of
car.
the event that
Can I have another one of these Ramené candies?
Yeah, of course.
proud of
Thanks.
themselves. This collaboration and the critical response may explain why
Ramené.
Mildred was a participant.
Ramené.
Decades that Red's band
I put the automatic transmission in neutral when I'm stopped
August
because it tends to not stall the engine, but I can sense the pressure. It doesn't auto clutch all the way out. It auto clutches out halfway.
Oh, are we in
Skyline. When I turn right, we're gonna be in Skyline.
okay.
And this is the drift.
Columbia Heights? Oh no, I mean we're in Alexandria.
Columbia Pike.
Yeah, Columbia Pike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize.
Yep. So this right at the next light, that's where it starts. And I'm just going slow to give everyone space because I'm gonna want to go a little faster on the corners. I'll catch up with them probably. Oh crap! We even got a matrix first. All right, more space. You ready?
Yeah.
See, I caught up.
Yeah.
But if they weren't there, you could see I could have drifted the whole thing.
Let's hold it. Nice.
And then I'll take a U-turn and go back the other way.
That's Harvard Freight. That's pretty large.
Yeah, it's close by. skateboarded there. I put it in one of my skate parks. That drop right there, you see the drop from there to there? I skateboarded on that. Alright, now I need to give them some space because, oh, they're giving me space. And then this off-ramp is also a drift spot. So I just have to make, oh, wait, they came back in. See how they do that? That's the type of stuff where I'm like, is that conspiracy? Anyway, give it a little bit of space. And you ready? I'll catch up to them probably.
Nice.
I even touched the inside. I touched the concrete. So that's one of my favorite spots. And now we'll just head back. The only other spot I'd really want to show you, which we should do on another day, is near the skate park. It's another low speed drift, but it's a different type of drift. You know how in Initial D they have the Takumi, like he gets in the gutter and uses the gutter with his wheel? It's one of those drifts.
Oh man.
And it's, once again, it's a low speed. It's not like what he's doing. Well, actually, it is exactly like what he's doing, but with, it's pretty mild. And it's just one corner. But it's like, you know the other direction that we were going when we were in your car? It's like, if we go twice that distance, we would be at the location. Yeah. Did you want to drive the truck, by the way? You don't have to. I would say just be careful because it's not as intuitive as your car.
Like me driving from the Hachi, switching over to the rest of it.
Yes, it's like that. I would recommend not pushing it and just, if you want to drive it, just drive it normal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend driving it like a sports car.
Actually, maybe okay.
Okay, that's
you
probably
wanna
good.
take care of this thing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good decision.
You got things.
I just wanted to offer it in case. Yeah, I didn't want you to think that I was like trying to gatekeep.
No. I like being passenger.
Cool. Yeah. And you drive your car very well, so it's like you've got more than enough thrill.
No, I honestly enjoy driving, being high up in the RDX too.
Yeah, that too. It's cool.
If I get a 90s truck, I'll probably slam it or something.
Well, as long as you work your way into driving it, you probably won't. That's the thing, it's like, if you just drive it normal and just try to get better every time, then you're still driving safe, You've just gotten used to the vehicle. Yeah, but there's not really, there's one little fun corner on the way home now, but there's no more drifts, like actual drift spots on the way home. But that's where I really started picking up the drifting in the truck, is back there, because that first corner is the most like slippery. Like I drove it in the rain and I didn't even try to, and I slid. But that's when I started drifting it.
Kept it in control.
when it got dry again, I started learning how to make it slide on purpose. And then next time it rained, it slid again, but that time I didn't get scared and I actually managed to get through it. And then, so when it's dry, because I go that way to go to the gym and also to Nova Community College. So every time I hit that corner, I don't drift it.
Alexandria location?
Yes, I don't drift it every time, but I do practice the corner every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drift it maybe half of the time. Yeah, and I don't have handbrake. This is the handbrake down here. I can't really use that. So it's all.
Get an actual one.
Yep, and it's automatic, so it's 100% like it's just like normal like boost. Yeah, just 100% throttle control and braking and steering. That's it. But eventually, see, this is another reason reason why it's like, it's probably a good thing I don't have a Hachiroku right now, because I would be drifting everything. At
so
30.
easy. You would be
Yes, I would be doing it well, and you know what would happen is it would piss people off because I would be doing it so well, and they'd never seen it before, so they'd be like, they'd get confused, and then they'd get frustrated, and then they'd get scared, and I need a little more time growing up a little more to know when to do it, to use some more self-control and discipline, and then I also need more time for society to get used to the way that I drive. Because once again, it's not that I'd be doing anything wrong. It's the same thing as when I got arrested, when they swatted my house. I wasn't doing anything wrong. They just didn't know what I was doing. And to them, it scared them because they didn't know what it was. So anyway, yeah. Like, imagine I had a Hachiroku and I got pulled over for drifting everything. And they say, why are you driving like that? And I say, I'm simulating an all-wheel drive vehicle. They'd be like, you should have just driven an all-wheel drive vehicle, get out of the car. Right?
Yeah.
But it's like, if they have more time to think about the way culture is going and the preservation of certain parts of culture, they would, A, not pull me over because they know exactly what I'm doing, and B, would already know the explanation of maintaining control of the vehicle with a rear-wheel drive vehicle is actually easier in a drift. Once they understand that, then it's not a fear, it's not about them being afraid, as long as I'm actually driving responsibly. But up until that point, they won't have context for why I'm driving like that, so I have to keep it to a minimum. Once again, with the truck, it's very explainable. It's a low-to-the-ground truck, it has a truck bed, it's rear-wheel drive, and so it slips. And I just want to make sure that I'm in control of the way it slips, you know? But when you have a hatchback, people think you're just hot rodding.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. It literally is just a truck. Yep. So, yeah, but one day I think it'll be cool. And I want it to be right-hand drive also, that's the thing. So I think I might have to go to Japan in order to get that done. So hopefully I'll work for a few years, keep communicating with people in Japan.
Go there and find them.
And then, yep, I'll go there and hopefully I'll get to build one of my own. I want to build my own. Like, I'll go to Tech Arts or something and be like, can I spend a few months here?
Yeah.
What's this? Is that a Prelude or something? Yeah, it's a Prelude.
That's cool.
Those are front-wheel drive. This is fun because I don't like doing massive drifts in intersections. My main rule is do not enter an intersection drifting. That's my main rule to myself, because it's too easy for someone to run a red light.
Yeah.
But starting from a red light, and then if it turns green left and there's nobody turning right, then I'll accelerate into a drift. I just don't want to. I don't want to enter into the intersection already in a drift. I should be going slow enough that I can examine what's going on. You know those signs that say "Do not block intersection"? I think of Ken Block. Don't pull a Ken Block in the intersection.
His daughter built like a Euro Quattro.
And like an Audi?
Yeah, the first Audi that's all-wheel drive.
Yeah, I think they designed those off of the Retro Rally. I think those were a group, if I'm not mistaken, Group B. Is that right? Group B?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. And if you notice, that drift was just an acceleration, and I didn't speed. I'm still not at the speed limit. But I didn't do it while there were cars in the intersection.
Watch out for this Mustang with bubbly tints.
Yep. And he's on the phone, too. sometimes I just drive like normal. Well, that is normal, but sometimes I drive like everyone else, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's like stage
This
one.
truck is built for this road.
Yeah, exactly. It's like stage one and stage two.
Right.
And then what I'm gonna do is, before I put the truck away, I'm just gonna check to make sure the coolant isn't leaking. But you can get out if you want,
Okay.
or unless you want to drive it.
No, I'm okay.
I mean, you still have to get out if you want to drive it, but.
When does that?
You can leave them down. I'm gonna put it in the garage
Okay.
after I check the coolant. Just need a flashlight. I don't think it's gonna be leaking. Nope, it is not. I fixed the leak. Actually, it's a really nice temperature in there. It's like a radiator. How is that? It's not super, yeah, it's warm, but it's not super distended or anything. It's not kinked either. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the, get this one in the garage.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right. I turned the ISO up because the GoPro takes pretty dark videos.
That wasn't intentional.
It's okay. I used to actually play. I got hurt quite a bit. That didn't hurt.
Oh,
Yeah, that was like a pass.
oh.
Actually, the worst soccer injury I got was I went to kick the ball one time, and the ground was really messed up, and I kicked a clump of grass, and it broke my toe, my big toe, and then I had to play the whole match. It was just during warm-ups. That was the worst one.
I played a little bit in college, just for fun.
Yeah, soccer is like one of the best sports there is. Where did that go? I think it went all the way over here.
I got it.
Oh, I see it. Will you hold this for a second and film me? I'm gonna try to do a rainbow. I didn't do the rainbow. It didn't go high enough. That means that. That one didn't go high enough either. There it is. That's fun.
Whoa. That's called rainbow? I don't even know that's right.
Yeah, it's when you kick it over yourself. Sometimes I can get it to fall right in front of me. Like, right into a juggle. But it's kind of hard with this ball. Whoa. Yeah, this ball is not inflated. Nope. Alright, that's enough. My knee is starting to hurt.
There you go.
Enough of the rainbow. We can keep kicking it. Yeah, soccer can be hard on your knees because the cleats. It's the same way football can be hard on your knees. Cleat sports are when you have extra like grip on your feet. When you turn your knees, they get ripped up.
I always enjoy kickball more. I like kicking, actually doing
More than like throwing it.
Yeah, or like, yeah.
Or hitting it with a bat or something.
Or like I was gonna say like watching sports.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, actually playing the sport.
Boring watching.
I think like during like World Cup or like Super Bowl, it's cool.
Yeah.
But my brain doesn't do like keeping up with every game. My brain just doesn't do that. My dad's does. He can do that. He's not like super obsessive like watching every game, but he can watch every game if he wants to.
Oh.
Another day. Do you have a Frisbee?
I do.
You should bring it and we can play in the bigger yard.
I have one of those really nice
Like collegiate
flexible
frisbees?
ones.
Yeah.
Like the ultimate frisbee.
Oh, not like that.
Yeah. It's like a ring.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it's really nice.
Where it doesn't have the middle of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like silicone. Yeah, it's nice. Actually, if I drove my Volvo, I think it's in the back seat. I keep it
Of the Volvo?
Yeah. Because I like to think like one day I'll go to the park in DC.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, if you ever want to like go to drum circle?
That'd be cool. I actually am pretty well trained in hand drums, so.
You are?
Yep.
I got playing drums. I have to take the bus.
All right, that was a strong kick. Let's stop before we start kicking it really hard.
No, this is not. This is just an old one.
Oh, you're saying
I
you
don't
just
know
had an
how
extra
old
one.
this is. I wonder if this is like as old as it getting a little darker.
Yeah, it's still good because, like I said, I turned the ISO up quite a bit. As long as I don't stick my hand out the window, I won't lose it. Or as long as I don't stick the GoPro out the window. That's what I mean. I could do that, but I don't want to. You can go whichever way you want. I would suggest going right again, because if you go left, it's not that fun. It's just to the highway that way. I'll just hold it like that for a little bit.
It's nice.
Although I just realized I shouldn't hold my arms up there. You probably have an airbag, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
shouldn't
some
keep
reason it's flashing. I wonder if you're
sensor.
fine.
No, it's just
the sensor is probably not plugged in. or
Yeah, that's
something.
probably what it is.
Yeah. Since I switched the seat back.
Yeah.
I gotta check that.
Well, I just figured I probably shouldn't put my
Try to put pressure on it.
Yeah, no, I just shouldn't have my hands here because if it deploys,
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
break my arms.
True.
Maybe. It might not break my arms, but it definitely could. So I'll just be careful. Let me think. I'm gonna see if I can think of another pathway. I mean, this is really, unless you want to do the same road, this is fine too. It's just not a bunch of corners. I'm trying to think. If I think of something, I'll mention it as we get close. There used to be a Z over there, and it needed its clutch or the clutch master and slave cylinder replaced. So I left a note on the car and said I wanted to help whoever owned it to do that, and he let me do it.
Really?
So I replaced his clutch cylinders on the side of the road there. and then he let me drive it once, and then after that he could get it to the shop, so he got it maintained, and then
How did you know he needed that?
because I looked inside the car. I saw that he had the replacement parts.
Okay.
Yeah, so he already had the parts in the car. So I left a note, and he let me help him. And then he gave it to his daughter after that, because he was getting older,
I see.
and he hadn't driven it in a while. You could take a right here, actually. It's not super curvy, but this hill is pretty fun. Whee! Yeah, that hill is fun. Actually, if you take this right here as well, if you go through this neighborhood, there's a lot of curves in here. You just have to make sure that you don't interfere with the pedestrians or anything.
Yep.
But it's a pretty fun loop, as long as you're careful of pedestrians and stuff.
I'm more aware when I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be OCD about it, but take a left here, and there should be fewer cars coming up. It's just, I have never seen this many cars on this road. But it's still fine. It's a fun road. It's one that you don't have to speed on, because it's already curvy.
Yeah.
And then take a right. And then I think you can go straight here. Yep. And then go ahead and take a left. Not at this part right here, but yeah.
At the stop sign?
Yep, and then take a left at the stop sign. And then you'll be coming out on the main road. Just go straight until that stop sign and take a right at that stop sign.
Okay.
And then if you feel like it, you can do the same lap that I did in the truck. If you just go straight, you'll be at the same place.
Okay.
Or if you want to go back to my house, I'll tell you when to do that too. So what do you feel like doing?
We could do your road.
Okay, just go straight for a while. And we will be passing a police station, so we're not there yet, but just don't floor it in front of it. Yeah, that's all it is. No need to catch an unnecessary amount of attention. That's all.
Just a chill drive.
Yeah. In between here and the next light, in between this light and the next light is the police station.
Okay.
So, once again, you're not even driving unsafely. I was just letting you know, because I don't want them to overreact or anything.
Saturday evening.
See, so starts the signs as well. I guess they're adding new, oh, it's for the school zone. You know why they're doing that? Is because they figured out they can ticket people for not going the recommended speed limit in school zones. That's literally all that is. They're just trying to make more money. They got me with one.
A lot of speeding here?
No, I don't think people are speeding unnecessarily. I swear, I think they probably just want to make more money on the school zone, because they figured out that people think it's just a suggestion. Because they did that near Woodson also, and they got me once. It's $100 ticket. It's quite a bit if it adds up. you got enough people going the regular speed limit,
Right.
and they get hit by a camera, that's the police station right there. But if they get hit by a camera, you got most people go the normal speed limit through school zones. They think they just have to slow down if there's someone, like if there's a school bus or if there's students. But actually during an active school zone, they figured out that they can ticket people if they install a camera. I don't like it, but you know, they're doing it, so. And then just go straight here. Yeah, I'm not even sure if they're legally really supposed to be ticketing people in school zones, to be honest with you. That might, they might be pushing it. Yeah, they might be pushing it there.
Thought Virginia weren't allowed to, they didn't pass laws that...
The police in Virginia have been what I would call behaving inappropriately recently. Yet another reason not to antagonize them, because it seems like they'll probably overreact. They'll overreact even if they aren't antagonized. Doesn't mean you need to be scared of them, because that's actually what they're doing, is terrorism, to be honest with you. But you know, it's not like they're constantly like on the road shooting people yet. So at this point, we just have to be more careful of them. You know, they haven't crossed that line yet. They're getting ready to, though. I mean, we got 3.5 more years of Trump. What do you think's gonna happen?
They're already, I think out west coast, they're like, ICE is like harassing people or actually.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously, well, his whole thing is, well, now I'm in control of everything, and I'm gonna use it to unfairly gain an advantage over people. He openly stated that. So it's not a secret, it's not a speculation, it's not a conspiracy theory, it's a conspiracy fact, because it's just, he openly announced he's going to do it. And now he's doing it. And it's just, we have to be aware of that. I don't think it's worth trying to take him down or anything necessarily. We just need to live in a way where we're not encouraging it. You know? It's important to remember that not all emergency responders are necessarily going to be abusive, because we got like fire and ambulance. Hopefully they're not being abusive also,
Well,
you know.
fire department, most of them are volunteers.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
They don't want to waste their time
On like scams. Yeah. When people's life are at risk, I usually hope people take it seriously. But unfortunately, the police often have an ego battle that they have to do with their own self.
Right.
And when they're encouraged to behave poorly, they do. Often, not all of them, but they often will behave poorly if you give them the instruction to do so. You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, I get to be more aggressive with my gun? Heck yeah. You know, that's half of the police force.
Get to use it?
Yeah, exactly. You're telling me I'm going to get paid more for taking this person's stuff? And actually the main reason why it's a problem is because of immigration. Trump's been deporting so many people. Anyway, let's shut up about that for now. And then the right turn that you're going to want to take is not the next light, but the one after that.
Okay. It's a nice drive out here, honestly.
Yep.
And do you like Indian food?
I love Indian food.
There's a really good place down here, somewhere around here.
Why, are you hungry again?
No, I'm saying
For another time?
Some other time.
I mean, I was going to say I could eat now, but
Can you eat now?
yeah, I was just checking to see if you wanted to eat now or not. careful, it's a tight turn.
Stay left.
And then you can go ahead and take a U-turn. And then you're gonna want to be in the right lane soon. It's not this one, but it's the next one. That one, so yeah. Yep. And then just be careful, but have fun. Because it is fun. Just don't slide to the outside. And don't corner too hard. There it is. And then it's that car. And then you just merge. Yep, all good. There it is. And then this is just normal road. Just normal open road. Made the light. There's a Pikachu on the back of that car.
Like a black and white.
It's got some kanji on it too. And the Pikachu has no eyes. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yep, it is. Looks like there's an emergency now. They're just leaving the station. The emergency isn't here. Or they're entering the station. Oh no, they're going that way into the, yeah. Oh, and there's a cop car there too, so maybe it was here. Fortunately, I think most of the time they're still occupied with like normal calls, like, oh, there's an accident, or like that sort of thing.
So, are you currently in the school classes still?
Not this summer. I'll go back in the fall. I got my certificate for light maintenance and repair. Like I said, it just has to come in the mail. And then I also did a introduction to body parts class, and then next semester I'll do introduction to welding. But you know what's funny? I got a Department of Defense welding certificate by accident. Not hand welding. It's autonomous welding, and it's not like
Wait, how is it by accident?
because I attended a webinar, and then they issued a certificate after the webinar, and I didn't know that they were going to give a certificate. So it's from the DSIAC, which I can't remember what that stands for, but I got into the program through DARPA because I attended a DARPA colloquium for AI, and then I attended the DoD webinar through the DSIAC, and it's basically autonomous 3D printing. It's like 3D printing but with metal.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, so
I actually seen something recently. Someone did a shift knob that was metal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I attended that one of those webinars, and it's not just about metal 3D printing. It's actually what the webinar was on the machine learning, the machine learning aspect. They called it like additive synthesis and digital twin. That's what it's called, digital twin, and I can't remember if they called it additive synthesis or if it was material additive synthesis, but it sounds super fancy, and it's from an institution that does DoD contracts. So it's just like, okay, I just have this really sick like certificate now.
Nice.
Like, that's cool. It's just funny how that happens. It's like I signed up for a welding class, and then I didn't even know that it was a metal printing thing.
Yeah.
Like I looked at it, I'm like, oh, that seems cool. It looks like it's something machine learning oriented. And then I didn't look into it. And it was like basically like the highest form of welding there is. And you could take a left here.
Did I tell you I went to an AI conference this past week?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Okay, yeah. That was interesting.
design,
Yeah.
then that's cool too.
That's my hope. I think this AutoZone job was just like not really meant for me.
It's a good intermediary.
Yeah, it's just like something to do
Yeah.
and try the automotive experience, but man, they are so old school and behind the time.
Yeah.
We're not really innovating.
Yeah.
At that point, they're not doing any research, nothing quantifiable. So it's like,
There's no progress.
yeah, there's no progress. Like people just relying on their intuition.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we know this client. Or they're random projects that are not really based on any empirical data.
Yeah.
And people just
It's from the
making shit
olden
up.
days
Yeah,
when you could just rely on
Yeah.
being like, oh, I know this contractor. My friend does
Yeah.
this contracting, and we'll pay them, and it'll go fine because they're pretty good.
They just contract people because they don't have anyone in leadership who is capable of handling
Yeah.
projects.
Nowadays-
long term, they're just
Yeah.
like, higher up said,
Said
we
do
want
this. Yeah. But back in
Copy
the
our
day,
competitor.
20 years
Like,
ago,
why?
20 years
Like,
ago, they
yeah.
probably met someone at the bar,
Yeah.
and then they were like, oh, well, this person seems to know what they're doing, and it worked.
Yeah.
But then 20 years later, it's like, well, you guys got to do it a little differently now.
Honestly, it wasn't good work because they're like, oh, O'Reilly is doing this. We should copy them. Like,
Yeah.
What? You
It's
guys are larger, way larger.
Why can't you innovate? Why are we copying?
Right? We should be having spent a budget on research and do better than anyone else.
Yeah.
Make sure that what we do is actually map to some sort of success.
America is backwards right now.
Yeah, and I feel like, yeah, maybe they, honestly, I was anticipating.
Greater things from them.
No, I was anticipating like being let go.
Oh, okay. But you
Because-
did your job. So
yeah, I did my job.
Yeah.
I finished this project, and then for 2 weeks they didn't have much for me
Yeah.
to work on. And then I feel like with the tariffs and stuff, they probably have an impact on how
supply
much
chain.
stuff is made in China.
I was gonna say half
car
their
parts, right?
half their stock is
Yeah,
probably made in
all
China.
their OEM equivalent parts are China, probably.
Yeah, this is a fun corner.
So I'm not bothered by it. It's gonna happen eventually. So it's gotta keep looking for a new position, or maybe spend some time doing some travel. I honestly want to do.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm doing the volunteer stuff this summer mostly.
Okay.
I'll be volunteering at the
Tell me
garden.
about that.
This garden that we're about to pass on the left, I'm gonna volunteer. It's not quite there. One of the entrances, if you're walking, is right here, Green Springs, and then the next entrance is right up at the bottom of this hill on the left. And so I'll be volunteering there. I've already started before they even scheduled me. I started volunteering already. And then after I did that, then they wanted to schedule me.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll go be doing work there,
Nice.
volunteer work there, with the maintenance crew, and then I'm also signed up to volunteer with the Smithsonian this summer
Okay.
in
cool.
July
Alright.
as audio engineering.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did it in 2018, and then they didn't have it in 2019, and so now I'm just starting to go back to them.
Nice.
And the guy I was working with doing some of the more advanced audio engineering, he's retired now, but I can just explain to them what I was doing and they can just get me set up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then that's why I want to do part-time at the shop, the engine shop, or not, you know what I mean, the car center.
That way you have a lot
Flexibility. Yeah.
Flexibility, and you'll pick up some new skills.
Yeah, because I'm also still training at the gymnastics gyms, doing the martial arts stuff, and I'm still
one of these days
skateboarding.
you should invite me over.
Yeah, that'd be
Do
fun.
some footage.
We were actually really close to one of the gyms where you took the
Okay.
U-turn. If you'd gone one more turn and taken a left, we would have been at the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have some free time coming up.
Yeah, it's like $10 for the open gym.
Okay.
And now we're back on Little River Turnpike. So if you get in the left lane,
Yep, I know where we are.
yeah. are the types of nights that are worth waiting for. You know, the nights where you have the bad weather or the bad day.
Right. Was muggy and wet yesterday.
Yeah, but now it's super nice and it's just super chill hanging out. And you can just take this left right here. Nights like these will be really fun to drive in Japan too.
We'll have to go there someday.
Yep. I'd say in 2 years I'll probably be ready to go. Between 2 and 3 years. And hopefully before too long I'll have my house finished also. Or maybe not finished, but like, you know, not in a state of total construction.
Sure.
It'll probably take it'll probably be 2 years before it's actually like done, so that we're not like really working on